Hello, and welcome back to the B Channel podcast, where my objective is to bless, edify, and encourage others to live their best lives. Today's episode is going to be about a topic that is near and dear to my heart: stewarding your energy and watching who you allow to have access to you. There needs to be levels to the access that people have to you. But before we get even any further into this topic, I want to remind y'all that y'all can listen to me on Amazon, Anchor, Apple, Google, or Spotify. And you can find the links to my other social media platforms in the description of this podcast. And if you like what you hear today, please feel free to follow and share and tune in again the next time. So, without further ado, let's just get into this, y'all. Sometimes in life, there are people that you have to really learn how to steward your access with, when you're talking to certain people, when you're interacting with certain people in your life. Some people you can't avoid because they're your family. So to a certain extent you have to interact, but other people you have a choice because they're not your blood, they're just a friend or an acquaintance. So one of the biggest lessons that I learned is that you have to watch it. You may have to mute them, you may have to block them, you may have to take a break. You have to do what you have to do to protect your sanity and not allow this person to live rent free in your head, because that's one of the hardest things to do. It's like let go of that. People can really, really, really have a hold on you if you allow them to. That's the key word, allow. So you have to really do the work and retrain yourself to realize that they don't have access. You have to say, no, 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 you don't have access to me like that, because you've shown me that you don't deserve this access. And like, it's only so many chances that you should be giving somebody to have access to you before you realize that they don't really respect you. So you have to remove yourself, and whatever that looks like. So I'm just grateful for that lesson and the realization and the self-awareness that, your brand of truth, your brand of realism, and just being authentic with people, some people cannot jive with that. They cannot get down with that because it really, tugs on their insecurities and their weaknesses as a person. They can't stand when somebody might be pointing out that they did something wrong, like the audacity almost. It's like, how dare you point out that I have flaws, you know? And some people, that's what they want. They really do want that person to just be like, you are the greatest, there's nothing wrong with you, and just make the whole relationship all about them. But that type of relationship, I don't think that that's healthy. I feel like a relationship should be about both people, and you should be able to point out truthfully and with love when something is not right with someone's behavior without them you know, taking offense to it and being insecure about that. And I feel like that just really speaks to where they are in their life when they cannot handle you speaking truth to them, because truth is offensive in of itself. You speaking truth is offensive, and they get defensive because they understand that that's an area of weakness and they don't know how else to react. So that's what I'm beginning to learn about people, is that when you point out flaws that they're not ready to come to terms with, when you point out insecurities, when you point out things that they don't really want to see, that they have blind spots to, that they want other people to have blind spots to, it just does something to their psyche, and then that causes them to return with, passive aggressive behavior, like verbally or on social media or however else. So what I learned is that the best thing to do is to respond positively or don't respond at all and just back off and try your best not to let them get you out of your character and not to take everything personally, and understand that a lot of times it's not even about you. It's something that's going on deeper that's inside of them that has nothing to do with you, some deep rooted issue that they haven't taken the time to really address. And you have to realize that, take yourself out of it. And sometimes people will get the better of you, and they'll take you out of your character, but you got to start letting those times be fewer and fewer. As a believer in Christ, I believe that's really my mission, to stop letting people take me to that point and remove myself earlier, and really just pay attention to what I'm discerning and not dismiss it and justify or rationalize things that are not to be justified or rationalized. Like, it's just certain things that are like baseline in terms of how someone is supposed to treat you. And you're just really disrespecting yourself when you allow that. And that's what I'm learning. So at the end of the day, you have the power to control the access that these people have to your life, to your emotions, to your mental state. You have the power to control all of that. And so I'm hoping that you will join with me on this journey of understanding the power that we have to control access and to control our reactions, our responses to how these people are moving through their lives. And honestly, when they're not getting that reaction anymore, that kind of starts the cycle again, and they want to get a rise out of you. So you have to just keep on going, moving forward, and trying your best to stay positive and interact in a positive way. And maybe in time there's hope that they can be someone different when you keep responding positively. However, I would not necessarily hold my breath for that moment to be in this lifetime, in this moment, because sometimes it's just not possible. But you want to be hopeful, but sometimes it's not possible. So all you can do is deal with the present moment and the what's going on right now, and address how you feel right now. So I just hope that this has blessed you, and that you will recognize when someone has too much access, and how to regulate that access and steward that access that they have to you. And take charge over your mental health, and understand that you do have agency. As some therapists like to say, you have agency over how people treat you and how you respond to that. So I hope that this blessed you, and have a great day. I hope that you tune in again. I really hope that you do. And peace and blessings.